Welcome back to Total Party Kill.
Morning.
It's me, Tony Sindelar, a Dungeon Master. I use he, his pronouns. Today, we are continuing our Not Safe for Work Gribbets Detective Agency adventure inspired by the Dragon Friends podcast from an adventure that they have published as a supplement to their podcast. This adventure will include some swearing and probably even worse than the swearing. It's just what people do with words by putting them together. Speaking of people and bad words, it's Micah Sargent.
Hi, I'm Micah Sargent, he, him, and I play Glupo, the forest gnome bard, he, him.
Next up, it's Tiff Arment.
Hi, she, her, Aquafina thirst trap, and a water genasi fighter.
Nice.
Looking for our nude benefactor.
Also joining us, James Thompson.
James Thompson, he is. I am playing Leon Two Blades Larson, who has now demonstrated why his nickname is indeed Two Blades.
Yeah, because you have two swords.
Oh,
It's not deep, people.
Yeah.
Not like the wounds he cuts in people who are just going
I
about
don't know
their
if they
business.
count as wounds if I've actually just cut them in half. Is that a
Mm.
wound?
It's more of a slice, really.
Yeah.
Wow. Also joining us, it's Annette Weirster. Hi, Annette.
Hello, I am Annette, she, her, and I'm playing Kakara, who is not dead.
Not dead by 4 hit points, which is,
Woo,
that's
which is
all it
more
takes.
than half my hit points.
And last, it's Steve Lutz.
yeah. Just was waiting for that other shoe to drop, but it never did. Yeah, I'm playing Frank. He's a turtle, and he's a barbarian, so you shouldn't mess with him.
And indeed, a trio of goons have just learned a lesson about messing with Frank and Frank's friends. Today in our adventure, our adventurers, members of the Waterdeep Guild of Thieves, Tricksters, and Beggars are looking for their missing leader, Janos Mir, the Baker King, the Goblin
The Baker
Gribbets.
King.
Beggar King. Sometimes I
Is that why we keep going to all these damn bakeries?
than others. You've been hired by one Gribbets the Goblin
Okay.
to rescue him. You have gone to various locations on his conspiracy wall throughout Waterdeep. You have heavily defaced a map that I shared with people that members can view in the Slack channel if you want to look at a map with dirty words on it. What's wrong with you? That's right. Today you could become an incomparable member just to view a map with dirty words on it, because presumably you're the kind of person that can't make dirty words on your own. That's the market for the Incomparable podcast.
They're artistically placed dirty words. I mean,
You're
come
right.
on.
All right.
This
Skill.
is art.
So
Arse.
you have traveled various locations throughout Waterdeep trying to figure out what's going on with Janos Mir. You have gone to the Shady Dock Tavern. You have gone to the ruins of the House of the Artificers. The House of the Artificers were responsible for a conspiracy that burned down a good chunk of Waterdeep a couple months ago. It was bad. And you then went to Friezo's Bakery. A short time after that, while just harmlessly minding your own business, buying a healing potion, you were attacked by some ruffians who have suggested that you cease your investigations and your questions, and that the era of the Beggar King is done, and people should go home, and on your way you should give them all your money. You have rewarded those people with triple murder, or we can,
It's
I guess
not
your lawyer.
murder. We went through this.
Well, you're going to be charged with murder, and this is not a court of defense here yet.
Is it really triple murder if it's just
No.
one per person, though?
Kill them 3 times.
I mean, I did kill 3 people, so
Leon did kill 3 people.
Shut
Kakara,
up.
it will be your turn. You have just been healed for 4 hit points from Glupo, returning you to consciousness. So you are
Thank you.
unconscious in a pool of your own blood and ketchup atop the building that you flew up
Salsa.
to. The 3 goons are dead or dying in the street, but the scrapper, who is kind of their leader doing most of the talking, seems like he may be taking an opportunity to run away now that he does not want to fight a 1 versus 5 fight, especially when one of you is a convicted murderer.
Also,
Backstory,
there's a
canon.
spare head on the
How-
roof next to you. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you were
Wait,
there for
Wait,
that.
I just said one of you, James. It's very as your lawyer. When somebody says one of you is a convicted murderer and you get all defensive, for all we know that it's one of the other people that's a convicted murderer.
well, I'm just saying I have never been convicted.
How do we
Maybe
know I
I
was talking
have.
about you? Yeah, backstory.
Well, okay, I
Yeah.
have, yeah.
So, or one of you looks like someone who's a convicted murderer. I don't know.
Leon has no
Extra.
convictions.
Yeah. Kakara, it is your turn. You are lying down prone because you got shot with 2 arrows. If you want to stand up, that costs you half your movement.
I will stand up and get my bow out again, and hopefully, I still have my D6. Can I still use that from Glupo?
Does Bardic Inspiration help for attack rolls, Glupo? Micah nods his head somewhat.
Does
Yep.
it?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I rolled a 2 again. I need a new dice.
Yeah, I don't like that die.
Yes, I rolled a 3. I'm getting a new dice.
All right. So one of your arrows lands into the cobblestone next to the scrapper's feet. He looks up at you worried, thinking he thought that the one thing he had accomplished today was murdering you, and you have proven yourself slightly more difficult to murder.
I ruffle my feathers at him threateningly.
All right. Well, it is his turn. And the question is, does he just run away or does he fire some arrows at you first and run half as far away? Frank, how do you look?
Debonair.
You know what? He's going to see. You know what he's going to go for? Leon is clearly the target. The scrapper has seen Leon murder
What have I done?
3 closest coworkers.
Triple murder.
Yeah,
I
triple
haven't
murder.
killed anybody.
He is going to fire 2 arrows at you, Leon.
Okay.
I have rolled very well on one and a different quality of rolling on the other one.
What did you roll?
I got to find out what the modifier is. All right. I have rolled a 21 and a 7.
The 21 will do a lot more damage than the 7.
All right. He gets you in the side with an arrow, 6 piercing damage. How are you?
Standing.
All right. And with that, he is going to take off running. He has a speed of 30 feet. And I think he's a good 15 feet down the alley, or the street from Leon and Frank. So he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and kind of duck around a corner to try and escape from the likes of you all. Frank.
Well, Frank is quite pleased that the scrapper chose to fire off an arrow first, so
Thanks.
he couldn't get quite as far away. So Frank is going to dash.
Can turtles dash?
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's really more of a lumber, but it's a fast lumber.
Yeah, it's a fast lumber.
That's right. And his speed, I believe, is just a straight up 30 as well. Yes, 30.
I think we're
So-
all 30, so we're going to be basically chasing him around the map for the next
3,
hour.
4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right. So Frank has caught up to him because Frank moved twice, whereas the scrapper only moved once.
How many hit points do you have, Frank?
I am down to 3, but yeah, boy, I didn't take any damage this round, so my rage may be over, but we'll see. Won't happen until, actually, when does that end?
Maybe you're
It's
angry
early
that
if
I
you're
took
knocked
damage.
unconscious, or if you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn or taken damage since then. I don't remember when I took that damage.
I don't know, but it seems like you have not either taken damage or between now and your next turn, you will not have taken damage or attacked, I think, right? So
Yes, that's true.
I think it ends now. And you're out of actions, right? You chased him down and have kind of like are in proximity to him, but you don't have anything left to attack.
I'm all out of actions. So.
All right. Let's move along. Aquafina.
All right. Frank is pursuing. And
We could leave Frank to pursue, but that seems a bit mean.
I mean, I feel like we should go as backup. So, all right, let's see, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It doesn't get very far, does it?
Nope. Remember, you can move again, or if you had a ranged attack, you could do it from there.
3, 4. I have a 60-foot throwing ranged attack.
He is a lot less than 60 feet from you.
Is he within 20?
I think he is 25 feet.
Can I? Oh, how do I hit him from a spear from 25 feet away?
I think you throw it.
Skill.
Well, no, throwing is 60. Yeah, okay.
No. It says 25, 60. Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Or so that basically when you throw it further than 20, which I think you are now, you have disadvantage. So it's basically you are really good at hitting something with a spear that's 20 feet or less away. You
Okay.
can hit things 60 feet away, but you're not as good at it. And if it's further than 60 feet, you just can't hit it. So I believe, Steve, sounds like you know, do you have disadvantage if they're further than 20 feet?
I believe
that
that's
what it is?
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want, you can throw that spear. Also, I don't know, Aquafina, how many spears you got?
I mean, I could go pick it up.
Yeah. Oh,
You
is
got
that, is
one
that,
stuck in
is
your
that your way
leg.
of saying that you have a spear?
Yeah.
All right. I'm just going to suggest in the future, when you're not spending all your money on healing potions, it's nice to have a backup spear. But in case you throw a spear somewhere that you can't get it, like a bottomless pit or into a
all right.
fire.
I'm choosing not to throw my spear.
Oh,
And
come
instead,
on.
I'm going to run the 30 feet and then be like, oh no. Oh, wait, oh, he's getting away. Oh, well.
All right. You can move again if you're not attacking if you want it.
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Glupo.
So the baddie is right at that corner, correct?
Yep.
All right, then you hear this strange cackle come from Glupo. And then I don't know, is it a bolt? No, I guess it's not really a bolt, but basically suddenly you need to make a wisdom saving throw, or the scrapper needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Are you vicious mockerying me?
I am vicious mockery.
That means you are insulting the scrapper and it is hurting his mind. You want to? You should, as a bard, you should give us a little taste of what does it look like when Glupo is mocking a scout.
Can he mock non-lethally, just out of curiosity?
Scrapper, more like crapper, am I right?
Well, you're level 1. You're level 1. You can work on that. The scrapper, perhaps.
We'll workshop that.
You're so good at cursing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Micah, perhaps
just kill Glupo so I can leave.
Yeah. Perhaps influenced by your role, by your mocking. The scrapper has rolled a 20 on his wisdom save.
That's good because I only rolled a stinking 1 on the attack if I would have gotten it. So.
The big thing I will tell you, vicious mockery imposes disadvantage on their attacks, so it does a tiny little bit of damage, but it basically confuses them so that they are not going to be as good at attacking if it hits. So
cool.
Hi, I played a bard.
That's right, you did.
Leon.
Okay. How far away did we say this person is?
We can use the little measuring thing, which is the
50
best part of
feet.
Dungeons and Dragons. Also, our people watching on Zoom can't see us. It's just a map of a block with we're drawn little arrows to figure out how far away he is. Looks like 50 feet, slightly around a corner from you.
Yeah, so I could short bow him from here, and that's still within range. I don't really feel like running. So... I mean,
no one told me that we'd have to make our imaginary characters jog in this game. I'm out.
Well, he's all upper body.
All right.
Oh, I hate cardio.
I rolled a 24.
Oh, you get the scrapper in the side with an arrow. He does not like that.
Good. And I do 8 damage.
All right.
And
He is not doing.
He is next to Frank.
Unwell.
Does that work?
It's true.
Can I sneak attack? Yes, with a ranged weapon.
Really? Okay.
That's what it says. Attack with a
ranged weapon.
finesse or a ranged weapon. If you have advantage on the attack roll, you don't need advantage if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet. So thank you, Frank.
You're welcome.
Useful.
Yeah, so the strapper has kind of whirled around to look at Frank, and as he whirls around, he gets an arrow in the side from Leon. He's very surprised by that. So I did 8 damage, and you're going to roll some extra sneak attack damage.
Yep, and I roll a 4.
All right. He is very unwell at this point. Speaking of 4 hit points, it's Kakara's turn.
Yes, well, Kakara has a basic flying speed of 50 feet.
And you have measured that he's 50 feet away, I assume?
Yes, I have. And someone is going to like, "Meow," and attack him with her talons.
Ugh.
And I rolled very slowly on my app because I'm trying a new roll.
You messed up my graffitiing of his name.
Now you're
I'm sorry.
Akara, love it.
I rolled a 16.
16 will hit a scrapper. Please roll damage.
Are you doing non-lethal damage by chance?
Yes, no, I'm very
we-
lethal.
We
Yeah, I
might
was
have
gonna
some
say-
questions for this guy. I'm just saying.
Leave no witnesses.
Well,
I
you know,
rolled a 3.
you can have questions. He may not have answers. He is clinging to life.
And
not very
I
effectively.
have one talon, but I
Mm.
also have another talon.
Oh, is that
No.
also going to attack him?
Yes.
I think somebody's
And
very mad.
I rolled a 10.
A 10 does not hit. Somehow he
No,
slips out of the
I
way, like skidding around in a pool of his own blood. All right. Well, it is his turn. He thinks that he is going to die because it sure looks like he is going to die, and he is going to run away,
And he's going to
provoking
take an
this
attack of opportunity.
Yes, this, as we know, when you run away from people who are engaged with you, you provoke opportunity attacks from both Frank and Kakara. Frank, why don't you go first?
Welcome
Frank's
to
going
the
to try
war
to
square.
use the flat of his battle axe, of his great axe,
All right.
just to try to knock this dude unconscious. That is a 14.
A 14 hits.
Oh, it does it?
He's not a tough goon. He's a guy who wanted to stand back there and shoot you with arrows forever.
Nice. Well, I don't get the extra damage because my rage has ended. I'm much calmer now, thanks.
That's good.
But that will do 15 non-lethal damage.
Okay, that was like as many hit points as he would have
Will
been healthy.
knock his head off of his torso unlethally.
Yeah,
We can
unlethally.
question the head.
I guess this is like kind of a philosophical question at this point. Kakara, Frank has just hit that guy and he is unconscious at the ground, but he provoked you moving away from you. So I think you also have a chance to attack him. He's unconscious.
I say, Frank, are we trying to like question this guy before we kill him? Is that the
Before
plan?
we kill him.
I
Because that's
can't
gonna
answer
happen.
you. It's not my turn.
Yeah. Kakara, I think you just have to
I
go
don't
with
care.
instinct.
I rolled a crit.
Oh boy.
All right. And so the question, Kakara, is simply, are you attempting to do non-lethal damage or extremely
No, I
lethal
want to
damage?
kill this like little sucker.
Kakara, so Frank, you have spectacularly knocked him unconscious. He's kind of staggering there with stars rolling around in his eyes. Kakara, please tell us how you murdered this guy.
I take my talon and I just like strike it from head to foot, and he almost like splits in half.
Ugh.
Just that angry.
All
There's
right.
ketchup everywhere.
There is ketchup all up and down the street. As if on cue, you hear the sound of whistles being blown. It sounds like the City Watch is finally converging on the scene of murder and
Oh,
mayhem.
they took their sweet time about
And
it.
you perhaps have but moments to either get your story straight or flee here and avoid questioning from
Flee.
the
Let's
gendarme.
run
I will
for
remind
it.
you that you are all members in good standing and carry your membership cards proudly, identifying you as members of a criminal organization.
Yeah. We're fleeing.
Frank is wearing a t-shirt from the last barbecue.
I'm wearing it on the inside though, so we can't see it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Doesn't
just
fit over
sleeve
the
sticking
shell.
out.
They didn't have
No.
XX shell.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
We use our
good.
blood to change the lettering on the t-shirts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And barbecue sauce.
So-
Disguise.
All right.
Ketchup.
I will say that you have no trouble slipping off into an alley as the City Watch converges on the scene of murder and mayhem.
Something tells me maybe the City Watch isn't running as fast as they possibly can to try and catch up with the group of 5 murderers.
Well, they've got four bodies to clear away. There's the sound of a griffin circling overhead, a spotlight playing over things. But you managed to slink away into an alley. Let me just ask you the one thing. One of the guards, as you were slipping away, had kind of like a little like satchel bag. Do you want to perhaps take that with you? He asks,
Yes.
leadingly.
Yes.
And so you do. and you make it off into an alley. You find a place to catch your breath, and I'm just going to suggest that tactically you might want to take a short rest.
I feel that's
think that's a
necessary
good
at this
plan.
point.
So we're all just gonna
You know.
like huddle up in a pile in some alley and take a nap.
We could
You
duck
know,
into
I think
like a
as-
burnt out
as-
building or something.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, as members of the Waterdeep Guild of Thieves, Tricksters, and I was going to say murderers, beggars, tricksters, and thieves. You know a variety of guild-sponsored bolt holes and little sewer,
Aw, cute.
places to. So you never have too far to go to find somewhere
Yeah.
to hide from the law for
Any
an
bolt
hour.
hole in a
is
storm.
Happiness is a warm
Yeah.
sewer.
This is honestly really the extent of the membership privileges of this guild is that they have a variety of little hiding spots.
Is
to
anybody
where
a
you need
folk
to get
hero?
when
We
the-
might have a little extra.
I think Klupo's a folk hero.
No.
Oh,
All I can do
okay.
is I have places I can play.
Yeah.
I could find a place to play anywhere.
All right. So I'm going to suggest you find a place to hang out. You are going to
Yes.
rest up. You are also, surprise, surprise, going to level up to level 2 in D&D
Oh,
Beyond,
boy.
which
Woo!
you may have some questions about how that works. We'll figure that out. Listeners, usually I have people do this between sessions, but some people have said that they would like to know what that looks like. So we're doing it on the session. Those people will be yelled at by the other people now, and we'll never do this again.
Yes.
I will tell you, just as a dungeon master, I like to move people along from level 1 to level 2 pretty quickly. You're real fragile at level 1. And, I think in general in 5th edition at the low levels, you're pretty fragile. And they really, it's a little bit more of a return to classic D&D where, a bad choice or even just a few bad dice rolls and you get killed pretty quick. I mean, we saw Annette go down. We saw Kakara go down. We saw Frank take a lot of damage. So, these things happen. And then Leon killed 3 people.
Yeah, okay, I can't actually argue with that one legally.
Yeah. Yep. See, I expanded my vocabulary. So let me, as people are figuring stuff out, why don't you share with the listeners when you're ready? What do you get at level 2? What changes for your characters? Usually they get a new power or a new kind of ability thing at level 2. They usually get some hit dice. They can either choose to take just a set number, or if they're not risk averse, they might roll for it. But they're furiously clicking things in D&D Beyond right now.
I'm ready.
So our short rest didn't really regain much hit points, right? It doesn't.
You
could do
could
hit
choose.
dice.
You could spend a hit die if you
I
want.
think we should.
And theoretically, the bard might have Song of Rest. Maybe not at this
Yeah.
level.
Ow.
Also, keep in mind
Oh.
when you level up, you'll probably gain a second hit die. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the hit die?
should be on your sheet somewhere.
Toward the top, I think. I apologize. This is one of those places where
I
I only rarely get to be a player in D&D versus.
I do get
Because I
Song of
get
Rest,
I get
yeah.
a second wind, but I don't see where the hit die is.
That's
And I did the
makes
take a
things
short
weird.
rest, but nothing happened.
I'm totally gonna roll for my new.
Oh, there it
hit.
is.
You found
My
it?
hit
Okay.
die is 10. And apparently I get 2 weapon spell
Nice.
casting.
I like it. Roll the 12 on my hit points.
What?
So that's
Yeah.
exciting news. Plus, I get my con bonus.
Did that basically double your hit points total?
It yes, it did.
All right. Well, you won't go down in one bad arrow hit now, I guess.
Where are you, Mr. Chan?
Leveling up doesn't regain any hit points, though, right? We're still
I
at.
don't believe so.
Oh.
It's not.
So that includes like the max amount that I just added. I'm still at 3 in spite of my much larger max.
I think you should go up the amount that you gained.
Okay.
I don't know if that is. Someone will write me a stern letter and tell me that's wrong, but that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so if I want to roll, my hit die is a D10. So then I get to roll 1 D10, right?
Is that how it works? I'm not sure if hit die is related to what you get to roll at this stage or not.
Well, to increase your hit points.
Yeah, well, it's based on your class, which is. What are you?
I am
You're a ranger?
a ranger.
What are you?
I'm a ranger.
I'm Batman. So a ranger. I could probably look this up on D&D Beyond much quicker than I could in the book, but old school. Yes, 1d10 per ranger level. So you roll a 1d10 and then you add your constitution modifier, whatever that happens to be.
I think it's +1 for
+1.
Takara.
So I could roll a d10
Yep.
+1.
Or you could take 6 if you're afraid of getting a 1 on the die, ending up with 2 hit points.
But what's the fun in that? I always roll. Sometimes it works. Okay, everyone
Sometime
ready?
I'll tell the listeners about Tony's trip to Vegas. It's a
Let's
harrowing
hear it.
tale. No, it's just I didn't have any fun.
I got a 6. So I
Oh,
got 7.
same deal.
All right, so slightly
So,
above
but I
average,
plus
not-
1, so I got a 7.
Yeah, better than what you would have taken, but not by much. But technically, you beat the odds.
It's true.
Do you get any, as a ranger, do you get a new feature or trait at level 2?
Not really. I think. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
It said something about 2-weapon fighting, but I already had 2-weapon as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
I just had it open and then I closed it. That was dumb. I shouldn't have done that.
So.
Oh, you
And
get.
then there's a.
Oh, you get some
spellcasting?
spells. Yeah,
Do I
you
get
get 2 first
spells?
level. You get 2
Yeah.
first level ranger spells.
Oh, okay.
That's a big deal.
That is a big deal.
James, how are things looking for your rogue?
I am good. I think I have everything. So I got
Oh,
another.
what do
and
what
you
do
get
you
to Annette. You also have to pick a fighting style at this level.
Yes. I feel like cure wounds might be a good thing for us to pick.
I think we might need that.
I'm gonna learn that one.
Even just for yourself, really. So I, as a rogue, I don't have a great deal of things that happen when I go to level 2. I've got another 7 hit points, which is quite nice. But I have a bonus action which I can use to hide, which is very useful because when I'm hidden, I get advantage on attack, so I can get my bonus sneak attack. So I'll be sort of diving into the shadows at every opportunity.
Yeah, the ranger gets a bunch of stuff at level 2. That's exciting.
Yeah.
I have to pick a fighting spell.
Micah, what do you get at level 2?
So my hit points are up from 9 to 15. I also get the Jack of all trades feature, which
Oh.
is pretty neat. It basically means that I get to add half of my proficiency bonus to any ability check that I make if I don't already have proficiency in that ability, which is very nice. And then Song of Rest. If me or any friendly creature who can hear my performance hears it, they regain hit points at the end of the short rest by spending 1 or more hit dice. Each of those
Okay.
creatures
Oh,
regains
yeah.
an extra 1d6.
So anybody who took a hit die should also add a 1d6 because I assume you're going to immediately practice that song.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
I
it'll
think
sound
you
like
Oh, so I get another.
bum 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 bum.
Well, we'll work on it.
Steve has a high level bard in our Dark Side campaign.
Sorry, I
When
wasn't
I say
paying
high
it.
level, I mean like 5.
If anybody rolled a hit die, they can add a 1. They can roll 1d6. So roll a
Additional.
d6 and add that to your health.
So that increases my hit points
Uh,
again.
not,
By
Not
another
your,
two?
not your max.
not your max. Just
Okay.
the current total. Current.
Okay.
Man, that'd be wild.
Yeah.
I was like,
short
what?
Rest
Yeah.
you raised, yeah.
And Tiff, how you doing? Level 2.
Working on this. All right, so
Okay.
I
Anything
have
we can help
I
with?
got 2 weapon fighting. I
Mhm.
have a limited use action surge, which allows me
Ooh.
to take 1 additional action on my turn, and it can be used 1 time per short rest. My hit points went up to 20.
Ooh, heck yeah.
So that's great. And I also have I'm trying to figure out this feature. It says I picked like a fighting style, which is superior technique, and you gain 1 superiority die, which is a d6. This die is used to fuel your maneuvers. The superiority die is extended when you use it. You regain
Wow,
your
I have not seen anyone take that yet. That's
you
neat.
regain your expended superiority die when you finish a short or long rest. So I'm not quite sure how to use that.
I
But
think
it sounds
there
cool.
should be some maneuvers that you can take advantage of, and you have to roll the superiority die to do those. So you might look up. I wonder how one finds
Where can I
that.
add those maneuvers in D&D and Beyond? I don't
And
see
some
like
of them you may be able to get like later.
Can I just say like I spin and it's awesome?
I'm not sure. I'm reading.
It's so awesome that I get this extra die to roll it.
It looks like this is a recent thing that they added in one of the recent modules. Are you a battle master? Is that the type of fighter you are?
It just says fighter, but it said you pick like a feature, right? And so
and that was one of the features you picked.
Yeah, the fighting style, instead of like dueling or one hand or two-handed or whatever, it's superior technique.
Oh, okay. Superior technique.
So you learn one maneuver of your choice from among those available at the Battlemaster archetype. There we go. So there, that answers that. If a maneuver you use requires your target to make a saving throw to resist the maneuver's effect, the saving throw DC equals 8 plus your proficiency bonus, plus your strength and dexterity modifier. Oh my, this is confusing.
This is especially, I think it's funny because fighters, it's like you hit guys. Now you can learn all kinds of things. You learn, let's see.
This is like advanced hitting guys.
Yeah. Well, I just
hitting guys plus.
I found a list of maneuvers.
Good. That's what I was looking for.
There's ambush. There's bait and switch. There's break. There's a lot of these. Okay, I was like, I'm not going to read all these because there's.
Oh, where are they? Where can I find a list of?
I put the list in the Roll20 chat.
Sweet.
I've never seen these before. I knew these are. I had heard people talking about these, so for a long time, the fighter in D&D is very basic. Like you hit people.
You're basic.
And yeah, they are basic by design. And there was a type of what is it called? There's a character class in 4E that people loved. Georgia Dow played it for a long time. I'm forgetting what it was. I want to call it like a warlord. Yes, a lord of war. And they had all these kind of tactical battle things that either they could do or direct other people to do. So my understanding is the battle master thing in 5e, which I think was added somewhat recently, is an attempt to like add that back. And so they have like a list of, it's almost, you can think of them as kind of like military spells. There's a bunch of them. Warlords or battle masters get to pick a couple. I think right now, Tiff, you just get to pick one. So basically, you get to pick a special move from this list that is your special move. I think the idea is you only know one of them.
Okay.
And they all say something about using your superiority die. So yeah. I have not done any research. This is probably a thing where the internet probably has strong feelings about which of these are awesome and which of these are garbage.
I like this one. I like the very bottom, the trip attack. It's really like a dick move.
Far out, man.
Fits the character.
Please tell us about it.
And then I stick out my foot and you fall. That's it. That's the one. That's the one.
All right. That's all right.
For anybody who's taking a hit die, you can add your Constitution modifier to each hit die you take as well. Which is something that I had not realized, but I just looked it up.
Is
so
that
if you've got a fancy pants Constitution?
I'm never going to remember any of this, and it's going to be awesome.
Are you sure everybody gets to do that, or is that a?
It's in the short rest section of the player's handbook. It says.
Okay.
That means up to 11 out of 14.
Calculated.
Yes, it says character can spend one or more hit dice at the end of a short rest up to the character's maximum number of hit dice, which is equal to the character's level. For each hit die spent in this way, the player rolls the die and adds the character's Constitution modifier to it.
Wow.
Okay. I think I'm used
which
to
is
playing
something that I had never
Constitution.
used.
Yeah, learn something new every day.
I'm used to playing characters like Regdar, where his Constitution modifier is 0.
Constitution is very often a dump stat for the characters I play, so this is all new to me.
So where is the superiority die listed?
I don't know. It's like it's basically you have a separate D20 that is your superiority die, I think is the idea.
Well, I'm fancy pants.
Yeah, let's roll an extra D20 over
I
here.
know. Excuse me. Let me just pull this extra superior D20.
And the big question I have is,
I'm going to need a really big D20.
Yeah.
It should light up.
I was given this
big one.
Your child runs in with a blanket or a pillow with a large D20. I have a large D20 that has a little duck inside of it.
Aww.
But yeah, I mean, it is. Here's normal D20. Here's big D20. So
Did you say
Erica has a
was there
fancy
dust
one.
inside of it, Tony?
a duck. It has a duck inside.
Dust?
A dusk?
A duck.
Dust?
A cuck?
Fuck. Erica has one that when it's really big, and when you get a crit, it lights up.
It
and
lights up.
flashes.
Nice.
It's almost.
Anybody want to know what's going on with
That's a
Frank?
superiority die.
Frank, how's
Yeah.
Frank?
What's
Frank's
going on
doing
with
pretty
Frank?
good.
barbarian.
Frank doubled his max HP from 14 to 28, so the tank is even
Yes.
tankier.
Yeah.
And I got a pretty good roll on my hit die. And when you add in the Constitution and the Song of Rest stuff, he's up to full health and still has another hit die because he just got a new one. So
Good work, Frank.
I am
cool
also-
beans. Oh, and he can do some new stuff too. Isn't that exciting?
Tell us about it, Steve.
He can attack recklessly, which means that first attack on his turn, he can choose to attack recklessly, which gives him advantage on the melee weapon attack. But attack rolls against him have advantage.
Everybody loves a reckless turtle.
Normally, that's a good thing to do when you're raging, but I've kind of used up my rage for the day.
Mm.
So we'll see
Yeah.
if that happens or not.
All right.
And what? I'm not done.
Oh,
Come
That's what
on,
happens
man.
when you log into Twitter. He's up
He
to
also
date.
has danger sense, which I'm going to call my torty sense. And
Hey,
yeah, that gives me
Turtle-
advantage on dexterity saving throws as long as I can see the effect.
Okay, I
It's
want to know
interesting.
what part of you is tingling.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a secret.
Uh,
It's
The
my
little
dick.
turtle tail.
No,
Oh, I
Well,
spoiled it.
I picked archery as my fighting style, which gives me +7 on my crossbow now.
What?
Nice.
I should hopefully be more effective. And then I added another spell called Hail of Thorns.
oh gosh.
Hail the thorns?
Hail
Hail
of
of-
Thorns. So when I shoot my bow, I can also like throw thorns with it.
For people who thought thorns weren't horrible enough, now they come in hail form. So let us continue our adventure, right? Are we good? I'm also worried that you guys are too powerful now, and I'm gonna need to double the number of
does seem like
adversaries.
quite the. I don't remember
Jump.
level 2 being so.
Level 1 to level
awesome.
2 is no, it's I mean, there's even, I think when we did the mini adventures, I had you start at level 2 just because level 1 is so kind of fragile and you don't have you have no kind of special abilities. So when I start an adventure at level 1, I like to move people along pretty quickly. I frequently by the end of the first session say you get to level up. So you have rested and recuperated and leveled up in your little bolt hole that you have. You have to you sign in. There's a little sign-in sheet, clipboard. Looks like whoever was supposed to clean this place has not done that. So in 2 weeks, but that happens here at the.
We're used to a
official
sewer.
bolt holes.
2 weeks cleaning
Yeah.
cycle is pretty good.
Yeah. You failed to take any living captives from the attackers who, attacked you. But you did grab one of them, had a little satchel, and you decided to help yourself to that because you really all just ran away as soon as I mentioned the existence of law enforcement in Waterdeep.
You guys, this is full of salsa.
Yeah.
Cannon, the satchel is brimming with salsa.
My God, it's full of salsa.
It's a sack of salsa.
Yep. Well, can't.
Are there any chips?
Tiff has said it, so I can't do anything about it.
No, there could be things in the salsa.
Yeah.
There could be
Frank reaches
things
into
in
his
the
shell and
salsa.
pulls out some
sort
dusty,
of weird,
dusty lint-covered chips.
coworker
Hands them over to
Thanks.
Ara.
So you have a satchel full of salsa. Please add that to your character.
Tony, I want an
No, really,
undo.
what's inside this? I reach my hand into the salsa.
You
and like-
reach your hand into the salsa and fish around. This is basically, this is like a purse, except it's a purse that belongs to a guy who murders people on the street, attempts to murder people on the street. So, your standard stuff, lip balm,
It's a man bag.
yeah, spare change, that kind of stuff.
How
But
much spare change? We need to know.
it's we're gonna say that you have 5 gold pieces, but in copper and silver. So Aquafina, you took that because you're reaching through the salsa.
Okay.
There is also in the salsa. You people, you did this. You find a
Could
kind
have
of
stopped us at any time, Tony.
I'm
You are
powerless.
not blameless in this.
You find a strange kind of like pendant made out of clay.
Oh,
Put it on. Put it on.
is it really a pendant?
I
Ooh.
believe I've clicked show to players in D&D Beyond or in Roll20.
Mm.
So it because my image is captioned, instinctively, you recognize this. I mean, you've literally been to the House of the Artificers earlier today. The pendant is the symbol of the Artificers Guild.
They're
So it's
not
got
quite
kind of
dead.
like a robot head with a gear around it.
Okay, I lick the salsa
it is-
off of it and I put it on.
Mhm.
And some
All
sort
right.
of vibrator hanging on its forehead.
It is.
It's just
No,
There
Tony,
definitely is.
it's just a robot.
Those are
but
one of those really bad ones
No,
from
no,
like
it's a pendant.
Spencer's.
pendant.
Spencer's gifts. style.
It's just-
It is made of clay, suggesting that perhaps the owner of this
Body
pendant
safe.
is,
And when it's dry and ready, with Sigil, I will play.
they are probably not a very high-ranking member of the Artificers Guild, because probably people would have similar pendants but made out of more valuable materials. This
They're
seems
ranking
like
really low now.
this seems like a level 1 pendant. Also, they didn't take very good care of it, and it still smells like salsa, though it has been cleaned of salsa. As you are looking around for chips in the bag of salsa, you find something slightly chip-like. You find a chit, which is to say it's like a little kind of metal card, and it's basically anyone who has been around Waterdeep long enough would recognize it. It's basically the equivalent of a receipt for people that are not as hung up on literacy. And looking at this chit, it has stamped on one side basically the person who gave it out, which seems to be it is the Fury of Holtzman. And there's a little kind of stick figure version of a boat. And on the other side, it says receipt, 1 object of value.
So Holtzman
We should definitely
paid
pick
these
that up.
people.
It's not very descriptive.
so it's
One
basically
object of
like a
value.
pawn ticket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Not that I know what that is.
There's
I know
what
nothing
else is
about
in the
porn.
It's a ticket that can only move forward or diagonally if it attacks.
Oh my god.
Please don't encourage me.
There's a hairbrush. There's some bobby pins. There's 1 earring. That's a lot of salsa packed into this section.
All covered in salsa.
I dip a
Mm.
dusty chip in the salsa.
It's disgusting.
I take one of the earrings and I slip it in my pocket.
All right. It seems like it probably has no monetary value.
There were
And
two
Basically,
earrings?
like I'm holding
No,
out this satchel.
there's a single earring.
Darn it.
I'm basically holding out this satchel like a grab bag, and everyone's
Yep.
just like grabbing
Just
stuff out of
sticking
it.
our hands in it. Like,
It's
Yeah.
just in it. Yeah.
So everyone is wrist deep in salsa right now.
There's a little,
Takes
there's
as
like a
usual.
little, there's a little journal, and it's got like, live, laugh, love on the cover. And they've only put one page of reflections in, and it's from 3 years ago.
I'm adding pithy journal to my inventory.
Yeah.
Lupo
I'm
takes
just-
a
I'm
little
just saying-
green pepper piece and puts it on
Mm.
his ear since he can't have an earring.
We're never gonna know what the life of that goon was like, but perhaps it was an incomplete life, and that is a lesson to all of us to live a better life, a life
Live
that
life to the
reaches
fullest.
live life to the fullest, or at least to level 3.
Live your life like a bag full of salsa.
Mm.
Ew.
You created this, Tiff. It came from your mind. I forget who said it, but I'm gonna blame Tiff.
Anyway, it's a sack of salsa.
Mm.
Yeah, really.
I don't know what you want to do now that you have a sack of salsa.
All right, I have wait. I have a jug of bottomless water or something like that, and so I wash everyone's hands before we leave.
All right,
Oh,
good.
Thank
That's
you.
You're welcome.
Good practice here. No one wants to get
So
salsa
we're all
fever.
to
Um,
get the
talons
visual.
to
Wait,
get.
we're all standing in an alleyway with our wrists deep into a satchel of salsa, right?
Yep.
And then after we're
do.
done picking out all of our grab bag items and like shoving them into our pockets, I then
Yep.
wash everyone's hands. Yeah.
Okay,
I wanna
your
try
pockets are.
talking to one of my contacts, Tony.
Mm.
I forgot how we do that.
Well, you can decide. I'll basically allow you on wherever you want to go next. You can stop off and you all have a variety of contacts throughout Waterdeep. You can chat with someone. You need to give me their name, and I'll have you do like an investigation check, and then if you do well, I will have you roll, and I have a table of rumors that I will relay something to you.
the chit that we got, it said Holtzman on it, didn't it?
Yeah, Fury of Holtzman.
Yeah. So
Do you actually remember something from the
That's where the
previous
man
session?
whore.
Yeah, that's the mansion up at the top.
Man whore.
The man whore.
Yeah,
up at the
we'll
top.
go to the
Holtzman,
man whore.
I
Yeah,
will also
it's
mention
canon.
it also had kind of the symbol of a boat.
That's the wrong direction.
So that could be
It's a real.
Maybe it's
dilemma.
in C word.
Someone was going to say it.
Probably in the C word.
I mean, there's water all around that bit, so the mud flats.
Mud flaps.
I say we get
That's
to
what it
that.
says.
Holtzman man.
The manor.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let's
I
stay focused ish.
All right. Along the way, Glupo would like to check in with one of his contacts. Glupo, give me a quick investigation check.
All righty. Let's go with 19 investigation.
Excellent.
Wow.
Roll me a D8 from my rumors and innuendo table, or I could roll it for you. I don't care.
we've got a lot of innuendo if you want it.
Yeah. It's an Italian suppository.
We're
I'll let you
brimming.
roll it.
All right. And what's the name of your ridiculous street contact?
His name is Father Dumbleditch, and he pretends to be a father, but he's not.
Like
actually.
he's got a child.
No. He pretends
His
to be
with-
sorry.
his
a
with child.
religious
He's
leader.
actually a virgin. Don't tell anyone.
Is he your dad?
All right, Glupo, I regret giving you choices. So you will be punished for this from here on. What kind of horrible voice would you like me to attempt for Father Donovich?
No, it's Dumbleditch.
Dumbleditch.
Thank you.
Dumbledore's.
I think you should try your best to imitate Bubba Bub Joe. So this is a really old, scraggly, wizened man.
Okay. I don't remember what you did for that voice, but I'll try it. All right. So you're headed. Sorry, let me clarify. Did you want to head to Holtzman Manor
Yes,
in
we're
the
definitely going
C
to
ward? C ward. Ward.
Yes. Yes, we're going to the
C-word.
Manor. Yes.
All right. So you
I'm
head. That is in the
ankle deep in
northwest
the
corner
C-word.
of Waterdeep. That is specifically the C word is so named because it is the home to the kind of historical wealth of Waterdeep, which used to be it's kind of came from all merchant families.
A whole neighborhood full of C's.
So the C word is it's fancy upscale kind of a lot of kind of palatial manors and townhouses, and you know that apparently one of those belongs to the Holtzman family, who you've now heard mentioned several times, if you remember correctly, including I believe you've heard mentioned the name Alexander Lexi
Hamilton?
Holtzman, correct?
Yes, they're well known for their
Yes.
ghost busting.
All right.
So,
And along the way, you Glupo checks in with Father Dungleditch, who runs a he's a kind of low level information broker / stool pigeon, not a literal pigeon. Annette, saw your eyes doing that thing.
Not literal
and-
stool.
It's a
Yeah,
pigeon of
but he,
really like species.
you know, he runs a little.
I'm looking out for
what pigeon
actual
doesn't?
pigeons.
He runs a shoe shine operation.
Called a shit
Ironically.
pigeon.
While he's also
I don't think it
wearing-
has a name. He's not
while
into
he's also
branding.
wearing a religious collar, he's runs
Yeah.
a shoe shine operation.
I think he's probably like one of those, like it's the legitimacy of his religious affiliation is questionable.
That
I mean, there's a
Oh,
whole
it
washing your
absolutely
feet
is.
thing that's
Yeah.
got to
I mean, he is. Well, it's just
Let's do it.
here we're building the story together, Micah. He is a
Yes.
street preacher / shoe shiner.
Perfect.
Yes,
you
See,
can get
people, that's
you can confess while getting your
compromise.
shoes.
yeah.
What's the compromise?
Well, Micah said that he was a religious figure, and I said that he was a shoe shiner. We've agreed that he's both. So,
Compromise.
You can use the same box.
It's true.
That's what she said.
Only in C word. Bam, 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 bam. So I don't remember totally what Bob Joe sounds like, except that he's very spacey and he likes trucks.
He's an old man.
Ah, yes, Galupo. It is good to see you, and you brought friends. I noticed some of them are wearing shoes. Kara, I assume you don't wear shoes.
That's
I
not
do
creepy
not.
at all.
Oh, Father. Yeah, some of us are wearing shoes. I think I'll go ahead and have a little sit and see if you wouldn't shine mine for me while we
That's
have a
what
little
she said.
conversation. And
in
Glupo
all-
hops up and plops down.
In all of this, I forgot what rumor he was going to tell you because I got very excited about the personality of Father. Just give me a second.
No problem.
He's just
All
beach
right.
balling.
So yeah.
He's just frozen there.
So Father Dumbleditch
Oh,
is
he does this sometimes. He just sort of freezes.
working
It's,
away at your working away on your shoes, and he says, just so you know, Glupo, I got some interesting information. Word on the street. Yours for a gold piece.
Oh, Father, we're not going to do the gold piece again this time. You remember how I helped your little sister there and how you're not even... no, let me try that again, Tony.
Go for it.
You know how I helped your daughter that one time and how you're not supposed to have a daughter because you're a father and all? I think we're going to have to go for a compromise here. How about 2 coppers?
Say no more. Say no more. He reaches his hand out, and you drop 2 coppers into his hand. They're gone back into his pocket in a second. He is furiously.
What's all
leaning-
this then? They say.
Thank you, Steve. He is furiously shining your shoes. Well, I'll tell you, Glupo, there is word on the street about some nefarious going on at the Grumworks Trust almshouse over in the Southern Ward.
Oh, really? What kind of nefarious goings on?
Well, obviously there's a lot of orphans and people needing housing after the Great Fire.
Those
And
damn nefarious orphans.
many of them have been taken in by the almshouse, but the rumor is they're being exploited. They're being used for their labor by their cruel overlord, Leopold Grundwurz. And rumor is, on top of that rumor, that's right, double rumor, two copper pieces, 2 rumors. It's mixed up with the Shipwrights Guild. He's putting them to work down in the docks district.
Oh, no, that does sound like a bit of a problem, particularly because we weren't really heading down to the Southern Ward. We were on our way to Holtzman Manor.
Well, I'm not telling you where to go, young boy, but I'm just telling you what the streets know. He finishes polishing your shoes.
Well,
They are questionably cleaner than they were when you arrived.
thanks for the old shoe shine, Father. And thanks for, I guess, your help.
Stay out of trouble.
Bye.
So we have a choice. We've got the fancy area around the manor, and we've got the docks.
We were told that Commodore Lexi is up at the house, right?
I think
I don't know if you were
so.
told that. I mean, he owns a big fancy house, so
Mhm.
Yeah, we should still keep going where we were going.
I think we
before
should go to the house.
mess around with orphans.
Yeah.
But
Can we Mission Impossible style like get into his house?
I
Yes.
think
You
I
are
might
level
go-
2?
I fly.
Oh,
That's
Fine
And we
for a
also
while.
probably have other birds that we can help.
Totally.
distract.
So
I like this idea that you have this preconceived notion. Yes, there are birds everywhere, but these birds are all just hanging out, ready to help you, a stranger,
I'm really,
pull off a heist.
I'm really
mean,
awesome.
not a lot happens
I
in
just
the bird
flush
world.
with
What else
They're
are birds
looking for
doing?
something
I just-
else.
I feel-
Exactly.
I mean,
Bag
look,
full of salsa for
damn, I like that this idea that birds are just
do.
mild-mannered birds are just waiting around, and they are just one tipping point away from becoming
All
full-blown
birds are
They're one
Have
criminals.
you
handful of
ever seen a
salsa away.
bird go down on a jar of salsa?
Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
Is that?
sorry. Chomp down. Chomp
No,
I
down.
am-
not
no,
good.
I
you
am-
can't take
I
it
am-
back.
You
I am
said
not-
If you,
I'm
if you
not-
got birds
I'm
going
not-
down on your salsa sack, you
am
need to
not-
rethink some of your
I am,
priorities.
I am, I didn't think
down
I
on
need.
your salsa.
I am not checking Urban Dictionary for that. That is, Micah. There are limits to what we can say on this game. So,
Are there?
Yeah.
Let's test that theory.
You gave us no limits.
He's just got
Um,
this filthy mind that we just.
mm.
My,
How
that's what it
do
is.
birds
My filth
feel
is next
about
level.
salsa? Yeah. How do birds feel about salsa, and how do they feel about heist? What horrors, what mysteries, what clues awaits us at Holtzman Manor? Will they get into another fight with a bunch of jerks? For answers to questions such as these, tune in next time on
Did you
Total
say-
Party Kill.